For many women, the dream of a wedding begins long before adulthood. Ask around, and you'll hear the same phrase. Since I was a little girl. It's not just about the dress or the flowers. It's about the moment, the celebration, the transformation, the fairy tale coming to life. From tea parties to pretend aisles. Little girls across generations envision one magical day where love, attention, and promise all come together. That childhood dream becomes a blueprint of emotion. It's the story passed down from movies, magazines, and mothers. That this day, above all others, will matter most. A wedding symbolizes more than a union. For many women, it's the ultimate affirmation of being seen, chosen, and celebrated. But what happens when the dream becomes a checklist? Stay with us, because in Scene 4, The Emotional Cost, we explore the pressure behind perfection. Long before white dresses and diamond rings, weddings were sacred rituals rooted in survival, religion, and social order. Ancient Egyptians saw marriage as a divine duty. Romans treated it as a contract. In medieval Europe, unions were arranged to secure land or power. Yet across all cultures, one element endured: the vow. Two people promising to stand together. And even when love wasn't part of the story, the ceremony always carried weight. Over time, as religion and romance intertwined, weddings evolved into both covenant and celebration. Churches echoed with solemn vows, while feasts marked the joining of families and fates. For women especially, marriage was often their greatest societal shift, changing not just status, but identity. A single day could define her future. And even as customs changed, the power of the wedding day remained, shaping culture, expectation, and the lifelong narrative of what it means to be united. From Cinderella's glass slipper to royal weddings broadcast across the globe, modern women grow up immersed in the fantasy of the perfect wedding. Fairy tales plant the seed. Hollywood waters it. Pinterest perfects it. The dream isn't just about love anymore. It's about the look, the moment, the spectacle. Today's bride isn't just imagining vows. She's curating a vision, piecing together her story from a million sparkling sources. Social media has turned the wedding into a stage, a chance to shine, share, and be celebrated on a global scale. Gowns are chosen not just for beauty, but for the camera. Venues are booked for drone shots. It's a fairy tale meets production. And while the emotion is still real, the pressure to perform is heavier than ever. In chasing the dream, brides are now expected to also be directors, designers, and influencers of their day. Behind the sparkle lies stress. Planning a wedding today can feel like producing a blockbuster. Guest lists, color schemes, venue deposits, family expectations. The emotional weight builds. Brides often carry the pressure to make it perfect, to honor traditions while keeping up with trends. It's not just about getting married, it's about not disappointing anyone. And somewhere in the pressure, the joy can start to fade, and the purpose quietly lost. Perfection becomes a quiet thief, stealing peace, distorting priorities. Some feel judged before the ceremony even begins. Others admit they feel more relief than happiness when it's all over. With nearly half of marriages ending in divorce, this isn't a prediction. It's a reminder. When the day outshines the reason, the foundation weakens. A wedding is a celebration, not a performance, and its meaning should outlast the moment. Then it happens. The day she's imagined for years. For all the stress and build-up, the moment still carries magic. The silence before the walk, the look in their eyes. The promises were made in front of everyone who matters. It's more than a ritual. It's a transformation. In a single moment, a woman shifts from dreaming to becoming, from planning to presence, from little girl wishes to lifelong vows. There's power in the ceremony, not just in tradition, but in meaning. It marks the start of a new chapter, one sealed with intention. Amid the flowers and flashbulbs, what matters most are the seconds where time feels suspended. Her dress may wrinkle, the cake might lean, but the memory will stand still. This is the fairy tale made real, not because it's perfect, but because it's deeply, personally hers. After the music fades and the gown is stored, reality sets in. The wedding was a moment. Marriage is a journey. Now comes the day-to-day, not filled with flower petals, but with choices, change, and companionship. For many women, this shift can be grounding. The fairy tale becomes a partnership, and the magic isn't in fireworks but in routines, shared goals, and growing together beyond the spotlight. It's in quiet mornings, tough conversations, and learning to love through real life. Marriage demands what no wedding can fully prepare you for: patience, forgiveness, and commitment. The ceremony ends, but the real work and real love begins. For some, the transition is smooth. For others, it's startling. But this is the chapter that matters most. The fairy tale may close, but the story, the real, beautiful story, starts here. Today's weddings don't follow one script. More couples are saying yes to what feels right, and no to what doesn't. Forget rigid timelines or cookie-cutter venues. People are embracing what speaks to them: barefoot ceremonies, handwritten vows, cultural blends, or ditching the aisle altogether. The meaning is still there, sometimes even stronger. When the celebration reflects the couple's true spirit, not just tradition. It's no longer about fitting into a mold. It's about making the moment your own. Partners are reclaiming control in budget, style, guest list, and symbolism. This shift isn't rebellion, it's liberation. From backyard receptions to gender-neutral roles, the modern wedding reflects individuality over formality. It's proof that love doesn't need to look one way to be powerful. In breaking the rules, people are building something even more meaningful: their own vision of forever. For many women, a wedding is more than a ceremony. It's a turning point, a childhood dream realized, a moment of being fully seen and celebrated. It holds meaning layered in emotion, love, hope, history, and identity. The walk down the aisle is not just toward a partner, but toward a new chapter of self. It's where fantasy meets truth, and where lifelong wishes stand still, if only for a day. No matter the dress or the venue, what matters is the heart behind it. For some, it's tradition. For others, it's transformation. But for nearly every bride, it's a day that lives forever, not because it's perfect, but because it's personal. In a world that changes fast, weddings remain sacred. A moment where love is witnessed, memories are sealed, and a woman steps into a story she's imagined her whole life.